Previously on Town Hall 10 Free to Play, we used miners to farm Dark Elixir in Champions League. Today we are discussing why you must use your league medals wisely. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe. Welcome back for episode 39 of the Town Hall 10 Free to Play series. Can you believe it's already been 77 days since we went to Town Hall 10 as a max Town Hall 9 with level 25 King and level 25 Queen? It's crazy, man. We're almost to 90 days as a Town Hall 10. Now, one of the things that you have to realize as a player that is playing free to play is you have some serious limitations, meaning that you are heavily reliant on the items that come from clan games, the league shop, and the trader. Other than that, there's really no other way to speed this account up and do things faster. You're not buying gold passes and you're not buying gems. So today's episode, we're going to talk about why you must use your league medals wisely. Now, some of you are probably questioning why that is and what that means exactly. So when we take a look at the league shop, there's a few items within the league shop that I feel are a complete waste of your Clan War League medals. And those items would be the gold, the elixir, the training potion, the resource potion, and the 10 wall rings. And why I say that is that these items can be cooped in different ways, meaning that you can go out and farm with a really good farming army and collect 2 million gold very easily, or 2 million elixir. The training potions populate over in the trader quite frequently for 25 gems, and you can claim those, and every couple days there will be a free one that populates. The resource potions, again, if you farm often, you don't necessarily need a resource potion. And then the 10 wall rings, you can really use those over on the Builder's Hall side, but they are an absolute waste when you place them into action on the Town Hall side, because again, it's based on how often you play and how much you put into accomplishing maxed out level walls. So with those 5 items identified as items that I would not necessarily recommend for purchase, I would highly recommend that you save up your medals for one of these 6 items that remain. You have the research potions, you have the builder's potions, you have the hammer of fighting, the hammer of spells, the hammer of building, and obviously the hammer of heroes. These are outstanding items to purchase, but this is also based on your current base progression. Your base might not look like my base. And so that's where those tracking websites come into play, and I shared a few of those with you in the previous episodes. Right now, I am currently using the Clash Ninja website, and according to the Clash Ninja website, it says that I have a month and 16 days remaining on structures within the Town Hall 10 base. Now, the biggest shortcoming here would be obviously the laboratory at 5 months and 18 days. So with that being said, I know that I have 5 months worth of upgrades in my laboratory, and that's something that I definitely need to correct. So that's where the research potion and the hammer of fighting comes into play, and you'll see that I've already purchased a hammer of fighting. So we're going to go out into the laboratory today, and I did use a few research potions to speed up the level 5 free spell and complete it. So with the level 5 free spell completed, we're going to go ahead and use a hammer of fighting on one of the dark troops, because I'm currently using my dark elixir to upgrade my heroes. So we're going to go ahead and select something that's going to take off a large amount of days, which is going to more than likely be the golem in this situation, because both the golem and the lava hound have about 8 days associated with them, and I don't want to waste dark elixir as well as 8 days in the laboratory in order to upgrade something. We want to try to eliminate as many days as possible. We still got like, what, 146 days remaining in the lab, so we want to get some of these items taken care of, and that's where these hammers really are effective. So we're going to go ahead and swing a hammer on the golem and take it to the next highest level, which is level 5, and that will eliminate 8 days from our laboratory. Now, I obviously have to wait a few more days to purchase another hammer of fighting, but in the meantime, we can do an elixir upgrade to coop the time and basically bridge the gap between upgrades within the laboratory. So we're going to go ahead and put down our wizard for level 7, and that's going to take 6 days, which basically kind of closes the gap in between that and purchasing another hammer of fighting, which has about 5 days and 7 hours remaining. So before we move on, let's go ahead and clear up a topic that's more than likely going to populate down in the comments below. Some of you are going to feel that I should have used the 240 medals to apply to the research potion, meaning that I should buy 12 research potions instead and apply that to the laboratory. Let's think about what's happening here. I'm going to buy 2 hammers. We just spent one. We're going to buy another one in the upcoming days, and I'm going to apply that hammer to an incredibly lengthy upgrade, either the lava hound or the Valkyrie, whichever one, doesn't really matter. I just want to get them done. That's really the point here. And so I'm going to say that I'm going to apply it to the Valkyrie, which eliminates 8 days from the laboratory upgrade time frame. But if we bought 12 of the research potions instead of the hammers, we applied 8 of those at 24 times, eliminating 1 day apiece. Apply those potions to the golem instead. That's going to be 8 of our potions wasted. And then we're going to take the final 4 potions and apply it to the wizard, which is going to still leave us with 2 days remaining on the clock. And we still haven't completed a Valkyrie or a Lava Hound. So that's the reason why I decided to go with the hammers over the research potions. Research potions are really good for short time frame upgrades, but they're not really good for taking on lengthy upgrades like the golem or the lava hound or the items over in the dark elixir range. And that's how I use my metals wisely, by doing a little bit of math and trying to put some thought behind my purchases. So hopefully that information makes sense, and that's one of the best things about this series, and what I truly enjoy about it is trying to find the most efficient ways to upgrade our bases without succumbing to the gold pass, because obviously the gold pass is the fastest method to speed up the progress on your bases and move on to the next town hall level faster. So we're going to go ahead and do some attacks. We got one attack here that we need to go ahead and waste this miner army, because we did do some trophy pushing the other night on the live stream, and we made it all the way up to 3509, which crossed us over into Champions League 2. Now, one of the things about Champions League 2 that you need to be aware of is that once you get up to this level, you are going to very rarely find a Town Hall 10. I had to search for this bad boy for a few minutes. I'm not even going to throw, I'm just going to throw that out there to let you know. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of this miner army real fast. We needed to grab at least 70% of the base to get the full win bonus, if I remember correctly. And we're going to go ahead and drop that wall wrecker right there. And let's go ahead and drop a baby dragon. Now, we need to try to keep these miners alive. Looks like we got skeleton traps that are hindering our miners, and looks like we got miners that are over here to the right side of the base that are going to be targeted by that X bow. Now, this army is really great for pushing, but you also need to be aware that it will die fast versus balloons and baby dragons like so. And we don't have any heroes in the mix because we have heroes currently under upgrade. Now, I did happen to mess up a little bit, and I forgot to opt out of clan war, so I am in a clan war with no heroes, and now I need to figure out how I'm going to take down a base without those heroes. So after this attack, I'm going to go do an attack in clan war and see if I can be sort of successful with some witches, because they produce numbers and they tend to be fairly strong, a lot stronger than the miners can be without the heroes. But again, nice little pull here, got 52%. We were unable to get the 70%, but we did get 82% of that bonus. All right, so let's go ahead and finish up this video on a clan war strike. Now, I know that you want to see them done live, guys. I do apologize. I just can't do clan war hits right now live and talking at the same time. I just completely biff it. It just goes crazy. You know what I mean? So we're going to use quite possibly what is the best army without the use of heroes, the 4 P.E.K.K.A.s and the 20 Hog Riders, the Hope Attack. And so I made a video on this one a few weeks ago. We even got a comment in that video. I got to tell you about this comment. The players said that the video was a scam because the bases were resembling Town Hall 9s with Inferno Towers, really low Town Hall 10s. And I understand the thought process behind that comment, but at the same time, do you really think that you're going to be able to 3-star every Town Hall 10 without heroes? I mean, come on, guys. What would be the point in upgrading heroes if you could 3-star max Town Hall 10 bases, really strong bases, without your heroes involved? They do play a role whether you want to see it or not. This base was perfect because there was no Inferno Towers. Obviously, it's the 9.5 system. And when we use this army, we got to get rid of that queen and we got to get rid of the clan castle troops. So that's exactly how I'm going to approach it. I'm going to come from the bottom side of the base, using the baby dragons to clear some exterior buildings to make sure that our P.E.K.K.A.s go inside the base where we want them to go. Baby dragons are going to eliminate a few buildings, and then you got 2 P.E.K.K.A.s dropped to eliminate a few more buildings. We got wizards dropped. I have no clue what's in the CC until I get inside the base. This was a fresh strike. So we got the wall wrecker placed, and we have all 4 of the P.E.K.K.A.s dropped, and they're going to work their way into that open compartment since there's no exterior buildings in range. Everything's going to move towards the core, and it looks like we have that mighty lava hound inside the clan castle. Now, here's one of the best things about a lava hound. As long as it doesn't pop, you're good to go. I mean, everybody knows that by now. As long as there's nothing to pop that lava hound, which there happens to be 2 wizards here, but they're going to get popped off here in a second. Wizards are going to die, and so the balloon will die. We got the P.E.K.K.A.s in there, rage spell, heal spell, bowlers. They're going to clear the core of this base, and the lava hound is going to continue to chase those troops. We're going to place our hog riders off to the immediate flank over on the left side of the base to start clearing the base and working their way up towards the top side. Bowlers are going to eliminate a heavy defense in the bomb tower, which helps the hogs out immensely. And those hogs are going to move up towards the top side. Looks like we have an Expo and a Wizard Tower, and those hogs are going to be covered by the heal spell to carry them through this location, while the P.E.K.K.A. keeps the hogs entertained and away from those wizards that are on the left side of the screen, which are clearing exterior buildings. Hogs are going to move down in the final two compartments, eliminating the final defenses over here. And this is why the 9.5 system is really not that great, because the Inferno Towers play a major role on the base as well. And without Inferno Towers, the hogs are able to clear these bases with ease. Now, this is not necessarily just the only army that you could use. Balloons would have done just as well on this base as well, but I'm not an air attacker. I'm more of a ground attacker, always have been, and I can maneuver ground armies quite well as long as I have a lot of practice with them. You guys got to be aware of that. You have to get practice with the armies that you intend on using. You cannot just change armies like that and expect to be 3-starring with it. You got to get some repetition with it, and I've used this army quite a bit over the last couple of weeks. So those hogs are going to finish this out over on the left side of the screen. We're going to go ahead and speed it up. That way you can see the army for yourself. And there's a nice 3-star on a 9.5 base, a system that I would not necessarily recommend for you guys to use. So hopefully you were able to get something out of today's video and you understand the significance of the League shop and the items that you should possibly steer away from buying, and really focus in on your base and the development of your base. You got to understand that once we go to Town Hall 11, everything is going to slow down way down with the upgrade timelines. And so we have to try to be as efficient as possible. If you enjoyed our content today, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you have not done so already. And if you like watching us every single day, turn on those notifications. If you need any additional video support, click one of those links over there, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.